Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Paulina. I'll travel with Thuo on this channel. I talk about travel info or how you can immigrate to different countries without using an agent or a traveling consultant. So today on this video, I'm going to be talking about reason why you can get fired by a cruise, or things to do or things not to do while working with any cruise line, because I've got more than 3 complaints of 3 people who have been fired because of doing some mistakes that maybe if they had known about them, they would not have found themselves in those situations. And you know, the worst part of you being fired by any cruise is it's very hard for you to get another job with any cruise line, because anytime they'll ask you, have you worked with any cruise, you'll say yes, and then they'll ask you a letter. Okay, because whenever you finish working with any cruise, they're supposed to give you a letter of completion, like you've finished your contract, or you've left the job in good terms. Okay, so if you don't have that one, then they are not going to hire you. So guys, cruise is one of those good jobs that you may have. Why? Because they are visa sponsorship jobs. These are jobs that you get sponsored. You get sponsored for your visa, for your medical, and also for your flight. And some cruises, most cruises, you have to pay for your medical and your visa first, and then after you start working, they do reimburse the money. You get to travel all over the world for free while working, while getting paid. It's like paid. You're being paid while you're on vacation, being paid on a vacation, being paid while on a vacation. I don't know, but it's almost something like that. You get to travel all over the world. You get to meet with different people. So why not? Why not try cruise? So we have heard stories of people being fired while working in a cruise. And one of the most painful story that I ever came across from one of my subscriber. I'm not going to mention names or anything, but I'm just going to give this story as a reference of why you should be very careful while working in a cruise ship, or you should mind what you do or what you don't do while working with any cruise ship. So this guy got hired by Viking Cruises, that is ocean. Before, he had worked on land with the cruise, and then he got hired and he started working on board. Okay, so he was working inside the cruise, and during his first month, he met this girl from a certain country. I'm also not going to mention the name of where the girl was coming from, but she met her and then they started talking, and the guy thought that they were in a relationship. So of course, you're working in a cruise, you're going to stay there for 6 to 8 months. Maybe you're married or you're not married, you've left your spouses back home, you've left your girlfriend or boyfriend back at home. So there's a high chances of you being tempted into getting into a relationship with your fellow cruise member, And let me tell you guys, even if you decide to get into a relationship with any of them, please let it be outside the cruise. Okay, you just make friends, do whatever you have to do, but if when it comes to dating and all that, if for sure you're into each other, or you want something with each other, then do it outside the cruise, after you've done, when you go home for vacation, because it's 6 or 8 months, and then you'll go home for vacation for 2 months, because by the way, that is one of the best thing about working in a cruise. You work for 6 or 8 months, then you go home for 2 months, and you're getting paid for those 2 months you're on vacation. They pay for your ticket, they pay for your return ticket for you to go home and enjoy and do your projects and all that stuff. And another thing, your money is your money. Okay, they pay for you. You don't pay for rent, you don't pay for bills, you don't pay for any bills, you don't pay for meals. It's all provided. So guys, so the person got into a relationship. He thought he was in a relationship with this lady, and it was their first month. It was his first month after joining the cruise. So he had already found a girl working there. So maybe she had worked for few months, or she had done few contracts. We don't know. I didn't go deep into how long the person was working there. So the guy thinks that they are in a relationship, and go ahead and start touching the lady. Okay, so like the normal way, maybe you might be dating someone, you think you're dating someone, so there are those touchy stuff. And do you know what happened? The girl went and reported the guy to the head of their department, that the guy was touching her in an inappropriate way. Okay, so after a day, the guy was called in the office, and he was asked, did you touch this lady? Not knowing that the lady had already reported him to the department, he said yes. And he was told, those are things that we don't take, we cannot tolerate, so you're fired. And that's how he got fired within his first month of working in a cruise. So guys, that's a very sad story. I felt sad for him. And then after he was fired, he left the cruise. The lady was left there. They were never into any contact or communication. Of course, there will not be any communication. And the worst part is, he tried to apply again with the Princess Cruises, and he got shortlisted. After she did her interview, he was asked, have you ever worked in any cruise line? And he said, yes, I've worked with Vikings. So they asked the guy to provide the letter, and he did not have any. So they decided to not continue with him. So that is one instance. The second one was another person who went there and started fighting. It was not actually a fight, according to him. I think he said he pushed the person. Okay, they were in in a conflict, or in an argument, and he pushed the person. And you see, in the cruise, there are CCTVs everywhere. So they saw him pushing the guy, and when he was called, he was told, here you cannot fight, you cannot do this, and he ended up getting fired, And with cruise, you get fired, and they pay for your ticket, and you're taken back to your country. And again, you see, if you get fired, it's not like getting fired in any other institution. When you get fired in a cruise, it's really hard. You might get a job with another cruise, but it's really hard for you to get a job with other cruise if you don't have papers to show that you finished the contract with the other cruise in a good way. Okay, so guys, you have to be very very careful. You've gone through the process of you looking for this job, applying, doing the interviews, going for trainings for STCW, doing the medical, and it's all cost money. And apart from that, you're doing all this so that you can secure a job where you're going to work and make your life better, or you're just going to work and find something to do. I don't know your reason, because we all have different reasons why we go to work. And then you get fired, or because of doing things that you're not supposed to, for mistakes that are silly, that maybe they were not even necessary in the first place. So guys, you have to be very careful. Just remember, not everyone is your friend, and again, not everyone is going to take you as you're taking them. So you might be thinking maybe we are just quarreling, or it was just a normal push that you may push anyone, or it's just a normal abuse that you do. But with cruise, they take those things seriously, and it might lead you to being fired, and you losing a job, and also losing an opportunity of getting hired with any other cruise. So I hope this video was helpful to you, and if you have any other question regarding cruises, you can leave a comment on the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Give this video a thumbs up, make sure your bell icon is on so that you can be notified whenever I post a video. You can also share the video with any person that you feel that they might find it interesting. And I'm wishing you all the best as you try to apply for a cruise job, or if you're already working in a cruise, you have to be very careful on things that you do, on things that you might think they are normal or they're just minor. To them, they might be big deal, and they might cost you your job or might make you not get a job in future. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and let me see you in our next one. Bye bye.